We're going to tell you how this replaced this. Stay tuned. We're going to tell you if hard copy print media is dead or not 100 years down the line.
Did you just get your order? Did you just get your order? Yeah. Yeah. It was good though, like, you know, the best of intentions.
The effort was there, the execution wasn't though. But look at the date on this bad boy.
What does that say? 80 something?
88. 1988.
Wow.
This looks like someone's been through with a tea bag and dunked it.
Yeah.
It smells
old. Oh, well, good morning, friends. And it's a rainy day in Sydney this morning. And before we start talking about hard copy media and the massive influence it is not having and is having in real estate at the moment, I just want to say and give everyone a tip. I jumped in the shower 15 minutes earlier than expected this morning. And I reckon if the whole world does that, it'll be a happier place. It just, you're not rushing. You're not rushing. It's just like, it's a flow. It's easy. You got to do it, everyone.
You're in front from the beginning of the day.
100%. Got to do it.
And it doesn't need to start the shower. You can start now. Have your coffee 5 minutes earlier if you're running into the office, or just start cruising.
Just bite into that day 15 minutes earlier and the whole day tastes better.
Yep. But on with the show.
On with the show. So what we wanted to chat about today was the exposure we've had to, I guess, we're probably one of the most highly digital offices in the country. But we have an enormous hard copy discipline in the office as well, which is weird because we're such believers in social media. We're such believers in, we love our WhatsApp groups, et cetera. But there's definitely a place that we found only recently for hard copy and media that looks like
the list. Example A. Both got one. I mean, this has really revolutionized the whole idea of handing out a floor plan at an open home. It's much more than that.
It's sort of counterintuitive in 2024. But tell us more, Billy. Tell us more.
Well, for people that don't know our list magazine, these are printed weekly. They're printed every Friday in preparation for our Saturday and Sunday open homes. They are consistent of all of our properties for sale in all the different price orders. They've got a price guide. They've got the Strata Water Council details. They've got rental return. They've got current rental return. They've got absolutely everything you need to know. A really nice floor plan, a title, your property specs. It's just everything you could ever dream for as a property purchaser in one page, because not all this information is online when you're searching for realestate.com or domain. Even if you've seen it on our website, you sometimes can't see the Strata Water Council, so it's all there.
Also allowed that police car. And I guess at the end of the day, when people were going to open houses, it got to a stage where people were like, you went to give them a brochure and they're like, mate, I've got everything on my phone. But then equally, there was people that were saying, like, what, you're selling a $2 million property, you're not going to give me anything? So we couldn't win. So it was like, do you continually give out the brochure? Do you do that? So we thought, there's got to be something better to this. Another bugbear that we had was we're salespeople. We're not selling one property, we're selling multiple properties. And when that property at the open house was not suitable for that person, they clearly explained why. We would then go, okay, what else have we got? Now, believe it or not, to actually fumble around with your iPhone or laptop and start showing people other properties you have was not
Yeah.
fast enough. This hard copy, tactile
Yeah.
book was actually more efficient to whip out, and it's in price order. So all the properties in here are in price order. So to whip this out and to say to people, do you know what? We do have blah, this property, that property, that property, this property, and mosey through the other properties we've got. Then they've got a QR code, they've got photos, they've got floor plans of the other options that we've got. Now the QR code's got the open time on it. So
Yeah.
it actually was very, very good. Hard copy still has a place in our business and it works.
It streamlined everything as well. I remember before the list came in, it was one of our activities on a Friday to go out and print every individual page, print every single property, not just the ones you were showing, but the ones that you wanted to refer to buyers if they, came to you and said that it's not going to work for them. So it's a huge time saver as well. And believe it or not, I think it's truly saved a heap of paper, because a single sheet that you hand out an open home will find its way into the bin. It gets crunched up in a pocket. These actually lay around, sit on a coffee table, get passed on to a friend, have interactive links that are always updated. So they although they're printed every Friday, they're not out of use after a Friday. You can still interact with those properties.
And I think also the sheer fact of sitting in a cafe, restaurant, barbershop, and one of these is on a bench. Again, very, very easy. So it's all about speed, immediacy, convenience. Hard copy still has a place for that in real estate. I think if you're a buffet, if you think that there is no space for convenience, hard copy or digital, it is convenient. So however that may be, I think people have got to keep that really front of mind. Having said that, Billy, the newspaper you just had in your hand this morning.
Yep, there it is.
Much room. Doesn't seem there's much room for newspapers these days.
I guess it depends what's going in there, right? This is a 30, 50 page, stack of info on all different topics. I think how current that is, it needs to be updated daily. Obviously, that's why it was the Daily Telegraph or the daily newspaper. But yeah, they're phasing out. They've obviously moved online. What I thought was interesting is sometimes it's hard to put a number on whether the list works, whether print media is still alive. But we had a result in the week which was a perfect example of why it's still successful. Tell us more.
So Saturday, we had a property that was not on the internet, was not on socials, but photos not done of the property. But Lisa Novak slipped it into the book. She slipped it in here. And this book gets handed out at every open house to every buyer, and pretty much will say, hey, there's your brochure for your property, and there's all the other ones that we've got for sale.
This is all it said.
Absolute record price achieved. So a buyer called Lisa after the open house and said, hey, you gave me that list, that book. There's one in there. We want to see. Lisa showed them within 10 minutes, offer accepted, exchange within 3 hours off that book. So guys and girls, my point is it's still got to be done. People still love convenience. There is a cost for convenience running something like that. But it's an absolute winner. So have a think about it. I think if you're in any business and if you're thinking, oh, you know what, there's no room, it's dated, it's all digital now. Certainly not in real estate.
There you go. Have a good day.
Have a good day. Boom, boom. Get the list. Northern Beaches, buy a property. It's there. See ya.
Find it.